Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bianca Skogan Beauty. So glad to have you guys here today. As you can see, I am all decked out for Valentine's Day, yay! And I've done a really, I think, fun eye look. Yes, it's a lot, but I think it's fun. So today's video is my top 10. I have some bonus ones in there, but my top 10 Valentine's Day eyeshadow palettes. So I thought it would be fun to show you guys what I think are my top 10 Valentine's Day palettes in my collection. I am on a 2004 low buy year, so I'm buying some things, but not a lot. I believe one of these palettes is new for me. And so you'll get to see one new palette that is actually on my eyes today. And also some from my own collection. So then you can maybe, if you want to recreate this eye look or do a fun Valentine's Day eye look yourself, you can go and look in your eyeshadow palettes and see if you have any fun pink, purple, red colors that you can, make a fun Valentine's Day eye look. Also, you don't even have to have a pink or purple eyeshadow palette. Blush. The very first year that I did this on my channel, I didn't have like a pinky reddy purple eyeshadow palette, so I used pink blush to get pink blush to get pink on my eye. So you can just use your collection to see what you have to be able to get this eye look if you want to get this eye look. And I thought it would be fun to show you in my collection what I have that I will be using in February for like a shop my stash kind of for my eyeshadow palettes. At the end of this video, I'm going to have the run through of this eyeshadow look. I'll probably speed it up with some music so that, because I think it took me like 11 minutes and I thought it would be fun for you guys to get to see it, but not have to see every like 5 minutes of me blending. So anyways, let's get started with my 10 eyeshadow palettes that are Valentine's Day. Some of them are actually Valentine's Day themed, and some of them are just, I feel like, fit that category. We have from Huda Beauty, this is the Rose Quartz palette. And this is a beautiful, I mean, look at it, pink. It's already from the outside, rose quartz, pink. This is a kind of a neutral Valentine's Day palette. Out of my collection that I have here, this one is the most neutral for me. It has a lot of like browns and cool tones, which actually usually cool tones are not my jam, but I do really like this palette. I think it's really pretty. The times that I've used it, I've come up with really beautiful eyeshadow palettes with really beautiful eyeshadow looks. And I just think that it fits the bill when we're talking about this Valentine's Day, because we have those pinks and we have purples and we have some softer colors for if you don't want to do this will fit the bill. Okay, then I got this palette in 2023. This is the Gourmande Girls palette, the Warriors Wear Pink palette. I was able to get this through Ice Cream Beauty, the Ice Cream Beauty box or bag. I think it was the bag. Anyways, and this palette is so special. It's so amazing. Gourmande Girls worked with a friend of theirs, I believe, who is going through breast cancer, and they were able to donate the proceeds from this palette to help in her breast cancer, like medical expenses, and help her to fight breast cancer. So I think this is a beautiful, the cause behind it is a beautiful cause, and it's also just a really pretty palette. So here, let me show it to you. Okay, so we have those colors that are perfect for Valentine's Day. We have red, we have pink, and purple. And purple, I think, is a really pretty Valentine's Day color. I've noticed it this year. I put up my Valentine's Day decorations already, and I have a lot of purple. And I'm like, do I need more decorations? No. But I'm like secretly in my head going, I need more purple Valentine's Day decorations. What? No, you don't. Anyways, it has some really beautiful, beautiful Valentine's Day colors. But then there is this fun, sneaky pop of teal here that I just think is so much fun. It would be really fun for like the bottom eyelash. You could put it anywhere, but I really like a teal bottom eyelash highlight kind of going on. So there we go. Number 2. Now, number 3, we have from, could I have a Valentine's Day palette video and not have this palette in there? I guess if I don't own it, but I do. So this is the Natasha Denona Love palette. Here we go. So you'll see obviously a theme in this video. A lot of these palettes are red, pink, and purple. Not the first one wasn't as much, the Huda Beauty. So I want to give a little bit of a variety here. But this one right here, it's gorgeous. I'm so glad I purchased this one. Natasha Denona is not coming out with another love palette this year. She came out with like a blush and a highlighter duo, and I'm on a no buy, or I'm on a not on my no buy anymore. and I purchased it. I'm on a low buy, but I think that January is being hard for me because I was on an entire no buy for all of 2023 that pretty things are coming out already. And I'm like, ooh, I could purchase that. Okay. So I bought it. So it just looks so pretty. Anyways, let's get back to the palette. So I have 3 palettes. I have a more like drugstore palette here. This is from BH Cosmetics. This is the Low Key Love You palette. I was able to purchase this at TJ Maxx for $2. BH Cosmetics still is a brand. I believe they did like go bankrupt and or something like that, but I think they are still selling online at BH Cosmetics. So you can still get this palette. Anyways, here it is, the Low Key Love You palette. Look at this. Okay, so this one doesn't exactly fit the theme of the other ones, but I still think it is a really, really great Valentine's Day palette. I love this palette. Yes, I feel like it is a very basic palette, like it's kind of monochromatic, like it's very red and burgundy. Actually, no, is it? I mean, we've got some tans here. I love it. I love it. It, with my green eyes, this palette is like, hi, I'm the opposite of green. I'm going to make your green eyes pop like crazy. And it does. So I really like this palette. I feel like there are some drugstore brands that have really good eyeshadow palettes. And BH Cosmetics is one of them. I really like BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes. Okay, another one we have from Oden's Eye Cosmetics. This one, I don't 100%. I don't know if all of these are being sold on everybody's websites right now. You can probably find them on like Mercari or Poshmark if you are really looking. But part of the reason for this video is to just kind of go through my collection and use what I have and not to be purchasing as many new things. Yes, did I just tell you I purchased that Natasha Denona like berry pop blush highlighter duo? Yeah, but I'm trying to be similar to last year and rein it in and show what I have. So anyways, this is the Saga of Freya. It's the Tears of Freya palette. And this one, I just feel like it's really, really very Valentine's, but more on that warm tone spectrum. So some of the other ones had like cool tones, like especially that Huda Beauty one. Okay, here we go. This is like the opposite of the Huda Beauty one. So they're kind of neutral with that Valentine's Day pop to them, but this is like the warm tone neutral and this is the cool tone neutral. Nice, huh? I don't think I even purposely did that, but I'm pretty glad that I did. So we have that pop of like lilac pastel purple, beautiful. It's called amethyst. Anyways, and then this red coral. It's Valentine's Day in my head. And so I'm going to be using that during February. Okay, another one. So we have 5 right now. Okay, cool. Okay, this one is from Clionadh Cosmetics. We have the Dragon Fruit palette from Clionadh Cosmetics. And it is in collaboration with Emily Violet Marie. And this is a really pretty Valentine's Day palette. Yes, I feel like it could work for more than just Valentine's Day. Like those green colors scream summer to me. And so this, obviously, you don't have to just use one palette at one time of the year. So you don't have to just use this in summertime. You don't have to just use it in Valentine's Day. But I think, like, look at this whole row. Actually, these 2 rows right here. This is Valentine's Day to me. This is that pink, purple, and those shimmers right here. It's doesn't like to be on camera because it is it is reflecting all the lights, but it's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful palette. Okay, this one, hear me out. You might be like, this is a little bit of a stretch, Bianca, but hear me out. This is the Lunar Beauty Moonspell #2 palette. Okay, hear me out. This is technically a Halloween palette. Yes, I realize that. But I don't think that palettes need to only be used. Like, you don't only have to use this palette in Halloween, is what I'm trying to say here. And look at this color story. Purples and reds and pinks. Yep, I'm pulling this out during Valentine's Day, February, the month of February. I'm pulling it out and I'm going to use it because I feel like this screams Valentine's Day. Can it also be Halloween? Yeah. So I think being able to have, I guess, an excuse or a reason to be able to wear these kind of palettes that are geared towards one time of the year, to be able to wear them more than once a year is really good to do that, because I love holidays and I love decorating for holidays. And so I will kind of pigeonhole myself where I will make it so I'm like, oh, this is a Halloween palette. I'm only going to wear that during Halloween time. Nay, That is not the case. You don't have to do that. You can wear that palette whenever you want to. And I think that right now, Valentine's Day is the time to do it. Also, I keep playing with my hair. If you notice, my ends are extra blue. They are. I got my hair done. I got it re ombre. And so my hairstylist brought my blonde up a little bit. But with that, it went kind of orange because I have naturally brown hair. So bleaching it kind of went orange. So I was trying to tone out the orange in my hair with a blue shampoo instead of my normal purple shampoo. And the blue shampoo is a lot more pigmented than the purple shampoo, and it went really blue. So I'm sure it'll wash out, but it's kind of blue for right now. But we're working with it. It's fine. Okay. Then we have another like drugstore price palette. This is from Juvia's Place. This is the Queen palette. It's by Fumi and Juvia's Place. And this actually escaped my declutter. I almost decluttered this palette because I don't use it very often. And so I really wanted to put it in this like February rotation because I want to use it because it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. And it is Valentine's Day. Is that not a Valentine's Day palette? I mean, come on. Purple, red, pink. And then some neutrals to an inner corner highlight. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful palette. So if you have this palette, you should bust it out for Valentine's Day because it is perfect. It's perfect. And I'm glad I let it escape my declutter. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the palette on my eyes last. I don't know why. I just am. Then I have this from Unearthly Cosmetics. It is the Surrender palette. This palette is like specifically a Valentine's Day palette. We have that scantily clad woman on there. We have this palette I was able to get last year during they had a Valentine's Day mystery box through Unearthly Cosmetics. And that was the only way to get this palette. So if you got that mystery box, you have this palette. If you don't, I'm really sorry. Maybe one day Unearthly Cosmetics will sell this palette separately, but now is not that day. But I think this palette is stunning. This palette is gorgeous. Of course, as I was saying, it is a Valentine's Day palette, and so it's kind of, geared for that time of year, but you don't have to only wear during that time of the year. Okay, I've said this 7 times now, but my eyes are green, and this palette is geared to be the opposite of my green eyes. And so it works really good all of the year for me for, contrasting with my green eyes. So that is a beautiful palette. The palette I have on my eyes today, actually I have this one on my eyes as well. You'll see in the tutorial, I wore these two dark, like the red and burgundy shades are in the outer corner there. This is another Unearthly palette. This is my brand new one. I just got this palette. My husband got it for me for our anniversary. Our anniversary is in the end of December, and the end of December, Unearthly Cosmetics had a 50% off sale. So I was able to get this 50% off. It was still in my no buy, but it was my anniversary, so my husband bought it for me. Anyways, it is beautiful. You know what? If you watched any of my declutter videos, you'll see I don't have a lot of pink palettes because pink is, it's funny because I don't mind red. Red I don't mind because it is the exact opposite of green. But pink, I just feel like it can lean pink eye really, really accidentally, which you might think that my eyes are actually leaning pink eye right now, which is fine if you do. I don't think they are, so that's fine. And it makes me happy, so whatever. But this palette is stunning. I love this palette. I have Beloved on. It's like, I actually kind of wanted to do a like smoked out kind of, not smoke, it's actually, but like I wanted to do like an elongated blush, like an 80s kind of, what do they call that? Like an 80s blush where it was kind of going at my eyeshadow was going into the blush. So that's kind of what I was doing there. I did put some highlighter on it and it kind of went away, but it was trying to bring the eyeshadow into the blush. And so that's what I was doing. So I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these shades. Gorgeous, gorgeous palette. It is still available on Unearthly Cosmetics website because I just got it at the end of December. Beautiful, stunning palette. Okay, now, I think those are 10. Let me make sure to count. So those are my 10 beautiful Valentine's Day palettes. Okay, these 2 palettes I'm about to show you are my like bonus palettes because they are kind of hybrid palettes. Okay, hear me out. Okay, so this is the Nomad Cosmetics. This is the Verona Amor. It's the Romeo and Juliet palette. So this palette to me is a January, February palette. So right now, actually, as I'm filming this, it is actually January. So this palette is perfect for January right now, which this video probably, I don't know when I'll get this video, but whatever. And then it goes into Valentine's Day. It is a palette that you can have out for like, so I do like shop my stashes. I don't film them. Maybe one day I will, but I just kind of pull out palettes for myself to use during that month. And so this palette is in for January, and then it will also be in for February, which I just think is so much fun. Okay, my next palette is just like that. So it's another hybrid palette. This one is from Oden's Eye Cosmetics. It's the Hella and Angelica Nyquist palette. This one isn't January and February, it's February and March. So we have February, actually we have January, February, March. I didn't even think about that. Better. It's even better. Okay. So the February is small on this one. It's subtle because it's really only like 3 February colors. But I just think it's fun to have these transition palettes. For me, I really love holidays and I love looking forward to holidays and I love relating it to my makeup. So I do. So we have like Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. Boom. Okay. So is that a only Valentine's Day palette? No. Those two were not. Those were my hybrid palettes. Okay, so that's why they were bonus, because they were hybrid palettes. Okay, what did you guys think of this video? What did you guys think of my palettes? Let me know in the comments if there's any palettes that you guys have that I don't have that are really good Valentine's Day palettes, and I'll see if I have them and maybe I'll put them in my stash for February, or maybe I might put them on my wish list and maybe I might get them throughout the year if they go on sale. So let me know in the comments if there's any fun Valentine's Day palettes that I haven't tried yet. What did you think of the palettes that I picked out? Are those good Valentine's Day palettes? Also, what do you think of my eye look? I think it's fun. I think it makes my green eyes just pop like crazy. Let's get to the makeup tutorial. So here you go. All right. I hope you liked it. Hope you liked that tutorial. I thought it was fun. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I got in there and I knew I was gonna do the, as I said, draping, blush draping. That's the word. I knew I was gonna do the blush draping where I was gonna try to make the blush and the eyeshadow mix, but I didn't know anything else that I was gonna do. So it was, sometimes you just play around and makeup's fun. It washes off, right? Hope you liked this video. If you did, like this video. If you want to see more videos from me, subscribe to my channel. If you want to be notified of my videos, click that bell. And most importantly, be nice to yourself because you're amazing. Have a great day. Bye.